You are both very mistaken, for I am the real William Shakespeare.
But I am the...
That is impossible.
Okay. Well, we can just interview all three of you and find out who the real William Shakespeare is. Let's go to our first question.
Fact check. Have you had a chance to see any of our modern-day sites and achievements of Illinois so far?
I have heard that the state of Illinois has even two presidents in the United States. The 16th being President Abraham Lincoln, and the 44th, and our current president, President Barack Obama.
I have seen your magnificent Sears Tower. I believe it is still the tallest building of the United States standing today. But what intrigues me is why they renamed it to the Willis Tower. I think I'll have to do my own research on that.
I've heard that many of your favorite sports teams in the past years have won many championships. I've heard that the White Sox have won the World Series. I've heard that the Blackhawks have won the Stanley Cup. I've heard that the Bulls have won 6 championships, and the Bears have won the Super Bowl. But I wonder, maybe it's time for the Cubs to win the World Series.
If the Cubs won the World Series, I'd bet there'd be an Illinois holiday, but I won't get into that. To our next question.
Natalie Nathier, how was life like growing up as a child?
Let me see if I can go back that far. Now I remember. We had school for 6 days a week for all 12 months of the year.
I believe we studied Latin. Our gracious Queen Elizabeth spoke Latin. It was considered the very embodiment of our culture.
Language in our time was called the word.
Nothing like our schools today. To our next question.
William Wu, are you afraid of our modern day world?
I fear nothing in our modern day world. I do not even fear death.
Death, seeing it as a necessary end, will come when it comes.
I've actually said that death is a coward's final friend.
Yes, only the real William Shakespeare could have said that he is not even afraid of death. But which one of you is the real one? Let's go to our next question.
Can you tell us about your Brush's Globe Theater?
My Globe Theater. I remember once when we were performing a play for King Louis VI, we fired a cannon, and alas, the whole theater burned down into ashes.
It was a tragedy. Tears shed from my eyes that day. The Globe Theater was rebuilt within a year, and that was very quick for my age.
The Globe Theater brings back so many memories that belongs within me.
It seems like the Globe Theater was a happening place to be back then. To our next question.
Did you take any creative writing classes?
In school, we learned nothing but Latin, but I learned my love of the word.
Creative writing classes? Heavens forbid, no. We only studied language.
We didn't learn any social studies, no science, no math, just language.
No math, no social studies, no science, and what about recess? What would we do? To our next question.
Researchers say that your work is perfect. So people will oppose that the work was done by a god, not a human. How could you prove that wrong?
Have I not have Shakespeare's feet, Shakespeare's hands, Shakespeare's bones? I am the William Shakespeare in the flesh.
Have I not Shakespeare's voice? Have I not Shakespeare's mouth? Have I not Shakespeare's nose or eyes? I am the real William Shakespeare.
Can't the audience see me? Can't the interviewer see me? I am the real William Shakespeare.
Okay, now that our interview is over, I'd like to ask the interviewers who they think the real Shakespeare is. What do you think, interviewer one?
I think that William Shakespeare is the real Shakespeare.
Thank you, thank you.
What about you, interviewer two?
I think Will is the real Shakespeare.
You are right.
And what about you, interviewer three?
I think Mr. Shakespeare is the real Shakespeare.
Thank you, I much approve.
Well, how about we have the real William Shakespeare please step forward? Well, it seems there's a bit of confusion. Maybe while the audience is here at Barnes & Noble, they can buy or look at a book about Shakespeare's life, plays, and sonnets.
We must continue our research, and we are in the perfect place to do so.
We must research great plays such as Macbeth and Romeo and Juliet.
Let's go research. Off we go.
Thank you for watching our performance.